The laugh hit first. Not the warm kind that heals a room, the other kind. Melissa's signature nasal snicker that curdles milk and says, "I'm still the smartest person here." She'd used it on TV panels when she pretended to understand crypto. She used it now when I walked into the courtroom. Brandon, the accessory she married after me, tugged at a too-tight suit and gave me a smirk men wear when they think the game ended yesterday. He shook his head like I was a parking ticket he couldn't afford. Cute. The judge froze mid-gavel. His eyes widened. His knuckles went pale. "Dear God," he whispered, "is that really him?" Every head turned. A packed room, lawyers, press, Melissa's PR team cosplaying justice. They expected the sad ex-husband, rumpled, apologetic, asking the universe for scraps. Not today. "Mr. Reed," the judge said at last. "Good to see you, Your Honor," I replied, voice steady. "Last time I was here, I was paying for someone else's ambition." A ripple of laughter. I sat beside my attorney, Liam Cruz, oldest friend, keeper of secrets, winner of sarcastic awards. "Ready?" he murmured. "I've been rehearsing for 7 years," I said. "Today's the recital." The clerk read, "Reed vs. Turner Holdings, Poetry." 7 years earlier, I was the quiet husband who handled numbers while Melissa handled the spotlight. I built the foundation she later called a clerical oversight in the divorce, like accidentally claiming the Taj Mahal because you once owned a potted plant. She left with designer luggage, my golden retriever, and most of my self-respect. I rebuilt, better furniture, better spine. What no one saw coming. The calm kind of ambition, the kind that smiles at chaos because it knows the ending. I wore a navy suit, no tie. Confidence doesn't need decorations. Even the bailiff straightened. Melissa's lawyer, Pratt, tried not to stare. Melissa did, and her socialite smile cracked. Liam stood. "Your Honor, my client isn't here to bicker over leftovers. He's here to reclaim what he built. And, helpfully, there are signatures." Melissa rose. "This is harassment by a bitter ex— Objection to her acting career," I said. Laughter. The judge sighed. "Mr. Reed, apologies. Old habits." I turned to Melissa. "I brought documentation, witnesses, and a few surprises. And for the record, I'm not here to win you back. I'm here to give you what money can't buy, accountability." Silence. Brandon's ego deflated audibly. The gavel fell. Class began. Karma didn't text, it mailed. A cream envelope arrived on a Tuesday that smelled like burnt coffee and poor choices. Inside, a will, notarized. From Harold Stein, Melissa's uncle, my mentor, a Bond villain in tweed. His note was short. "Julian, if you're reading this, I'm gone. The truth can finally be set right. I've left everything to you. Not Melissa. You. Because you earned it when she forgot what loyalty meant. Harold." His estate included her dream house, the company's core patent portfolio, and leverage. Liam flipped through the paperwork, whistling. "Airtight. The patent reverts to you upon Harold's death if current leadership is fraudulent. Guess who leadership is? We filed." The stock froze. The board panicked. The news ran Turner Holdings faces patent dispute. Sources say ex-husband key beneficiary. My phone lit up. "Melissa, you'll regret this." "Already did," I said. "It was called marriage." Then came the USB. Harold's voice, thin but sharp. "They tried to force me to change my will. I kept the real one. Julian, this recording is your insurance." Background voices, Brandon's fake charm. Melissa's colder one. "Sign it, Uncle." Liam leaned back. "This isn't just civil. It's criminal level stupid. We made copies. 5 of them. Truth tends to show up wearing orthopedic shoes and carrying cookies. Her name was Mrs. Harper, Harold's housekeeper, and memory in a pastel bathrobe. "I remember everything, dear," she said, handing me a photo. Melissa, red nails, pen poised. Harold frail, Brandon lurking. She switched the papers while he looked away. "And yes, I'll testify. I'm 82. For that woman, I'll wear heels." Melissa tried to bribe her with medical help. Mrs. Harper recorded the call. "Sweetheart," she told Melissa, "I don't make arrangements with liars. See you in court. Legend." Then Melissa texted, "Meet at the lake house. We can end this quietly." Quietly as narcissist for bring your own shovel. I told Liam. He begged me not to go. I went, with a recorder, candles, roses, perfume, and bad intentions. "You sign a waiver," she said, and we compensate you generously. So I pretend your fraud was complicated? I asked. Brandon tried intimidation but tripped over vocabulary. I clicked the pen beside the contract and let the recorder do its work. You'll be laughed out of court, she hissed. Maybe, I said, but not by me. As I left, Brandon said, You'll never prove the recording is real. I smiled. Who said I only have one? Desperation makes bold dial tones. Brandon called Liam at 8 a.m., offered $200,000 for discretion. Voicemail. We recorded the call back for dessert. The DA, Dana Ellis, sharp as a sermon, listened and said, We'll add bribery and obstruction. Melissa went on morning TV, soft-filtering herself into sainthood. She called me obsessed and bitter. Twitter called it Melissa Gate. We answered with timestamps, forensic reports, and fewer adjectives. In pretrial, Pratt tried the deepfake defense. The judge blinked. So your argument is, technology is scary. The audio's been verified by 3 independent labs, Liam said. Unless counsel blames aliens, we rest. Trial day smelled like coffee, paper, and panic. Judge Harris presided. Dana prosecuted. Liam was unflappable. I was calm in charcoal. Melissa wore pearls. Brandon wore consequences. Pratt's opening speech tried to convert envy into law. Dana's reply was a scalpel. She played Brandon's bribe. $200,000 should cover discretion. She played Harold's voice. Julian deserves it all. Melissa shot up. Fake! Sit down, Mrs. Turner, the judge said. Photos. Mrs. Harper's testimony, measured, devastating, occasionally hilarious. He smelled like cheap cologne and bad credit. Melissa's calls to the housekeeper. The notarized letter from Harold. If Julian stands before this court, he already carries more honesty than the rest of them combined. The judge leaned back. This isn't civil. This is criminal. Melissa tried tears. Brandon tried disappearing into the carpet. I stayed quiet. When the recess bell rang, I passed them and said, Good luck with the spin. Maybe Netflix. Closing arguments were brief because truth doesn't need choreography. The verdict did the talking. Guilty, fraud, forgery, obstruction. Assets restored. Patents reverted. The house, mine. As I walked out, Melissa whispered, You won. No, I said softly. We did. You taught me how. A year later, peace arrived like a refund. Quiet, satisfying, overdue. The Reed Institute for Legal Integrity opened downtown. People liked the story. Man turns revenge into reform. I prefer a patient man got tired of watching stupid win. Brandon took a plea. Melissa got community service and a lifelong subscription to regret. She tried to rebrand. The internet remembered. Sometimes I drive to the lake house, sit on the dock with a beer, and listen to the kind of silence that isn't empty. I toss a coin into the water, not for luck, just to note the debt paid, and say, That's for Harold. My mornings are calm. My coffee stays hot. The barista writes Mr. Reed on the cup, and every now and then I laugh, an easy, real sound. Not at pain, at closure. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it hums while sipping coffee, and when it's done, it leaves the door open and the lights on, so the next person can find their way out.